When I bought my property, I made it clear to the HOA that my land, all 6 acres of it, was private. I'm not the kind of guy who likes confrontation, but I also don't take kindly to people treating my boundaries like suggestions. So when Karen, the president of the HOA and self-proclaimed queen of the cul-de-sac, decided my back pasture would be the perfect spot for her community barbecue, I thought it was a joke. It wasn't. I came home on a Saturday afternoon to find dozens of strangers trampling my grass, lawn chairs stabbing holes into the earth, and kids chasing each other between folding tables like it was a public park. There was even a DJ blasting family-friendly hits from beneath a nylon canopy. Smoke from a massive grill hung in the air, and right in the center of it all, in a ridiculous straw hat and floral apron, stood Karen flipping burgers like she owned the place. I parked my truck, got out slowly, and just stared. She spotted me and had the audacity to wave.
"Oh, I figured you wouldn't mind,"
she said with a smile.
"The HOA approved this for the community."
I blinked. You mean the HOA approved a party? On my land? She laughed.
"Well, it's all part of the neighborhood, isn't it? You weren't using this space anyway."
No permission. No warning. Just complete takeover. I told her this was trespassing, that she needed to shut it down and get everyone off my property. She rolled her eyes and told me to relax, then turned her back to me mid-sentence, as if I was some annoying fly she could swat away. So I made a phone call. See, what Karen didn't know or chose to ignore was that the back pasture wasn't just empty land. It was where I kept my small herd of bison. I raised them ethically, with care, and they usually graze farther out, behind a gate. But I still control that land, and if the HOA wanted to pretend that it was theirs for the day, fine. I opened the gate. 6 adult bison. Massive, calm, but not exactly crowd-friendly. At first, people thought it was part of the show. Some kids even tried to approach them. Then the herd picked up speed. Within seconds, chaos erupted. People screamed, plates dropped, lawn chairs flipped, burgers flew through the air like frisbees. Karen was frozen for a moment, one spatula still in hand, before bolting across the field in her wedge sandals, shrieking something about insurance. Someone lost a shoe in the mud. Someone else dove headfirst into a cooler. I watched one man abandon his plate mid-bite and scale a folding table like it was a military obstacle course. I didn't smile. I didn't say a word. I just stood there and watched the herd reclaim what was theirs. Nobody got hurt. My bison are trained, and I made sure they didn't get too close to the crowd. But the message was loud and clear. By sunset, the field was empty again. A few scattered napkins, some broken chairs, and the faint scent of Karen's arrogance still hanging in the air. Later that evening, I walked the pasture with a flashlight, checking for damage. There were burger buns mashed into the dirt, an entire cooler full of warm soda left behind, and a glittery banner half buried near the fence line that read, "Summer Vibes Only." The next morning, I found a handwritten apology taped to my mailbox. No envelope, no name, but I didn't need a signature to know who wrote it. The handwriting was all loops and nervous curls. Sometimes, nature speaks louder than words. And Karen? She hasn't stepped foot past my fence line since, not once. Not even to collect the tattered remnants of her lawn decorations. She walks her dog on the opposite side of the street now, sunglasses on, eyes down. Every time she passes, she stiffens like the land might remember. And maybe it does.